And so please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
Well, like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring
Oh wow, you really have to come in here?
like this guy.
Is this
No,
is this really happening? He met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now that you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
no,
fair.
but you're more in the category like Buffett, Arnold, okay?
My man. Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic. That's great, partner. You two ever go out place everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go. We head to Kroger's, and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God. And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes. You
Okay,
gotta
so
have the eyes
can you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
how do you do it? Teach me something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you gotta get the smile. Smile going on some shoes, but.
Wait, hold up.
I gotta
when it's
try
time,
this. When it's time to laugh,
I gotta try this
you gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny and start laughing.
Do it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
Just a sexy eye right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smizing.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
wish words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Yes. Woo. Hitting the mic today already. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Today is a beautiful day. I'm hoping you guys are having a fantastic Monday. It is a marvelous Monday today. I'm very excited for multiple reasons. One, because it's the start of the work week, and I love getting up and being able to do this show every single day. And second, because I get my friends in the room, you know, my other friends in the room, my beautiful, intelligent human beings all together. Tom and Jack are in the house with me. What's up, y'all?
Hey.
Hi.
What's up, man? What's up, Tom? How's it going today?
It's going pretty good. Had a good weekend.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm
Enjoyed
glad.
the 90-degree weather we had over the weekend.
Well, I was running the air conditioning, so there was that. But I actually had a pretty productive weekend. I did a little bit of housework for the first time since I broke my ankle, so the place is no longer attracting ants. So that's nice.
That's good.
Yeah.
Making moves in the world. Making moves in the world. Jack, how are you doing?
Good, man. We had wasps that we're trying to get into an area underneath our garage, and I had to do some concrete work this weekend. So I'm feeling a little sore from all the concrete mixing. Just not one of those normal resistance twirl moves that I'm used to. But at least I blocked up the area that, potential murder hornets or anything else might be able to go into. So.
Right. And of course, we're definitely going to go into that conversation here in just a little bit because we got all kinds of headlines going on as far as murder hornets. Shoot, Alex Jones said he'll eat what to $1 million carjacking. I'm very confused. I'm very interested. But before we go into all the headlines and all the top news of today, I got to tell everybody who we have on our roster today. We got some very, very talented individuals coming through from all over the place. Coming straight in from Toronto, we have Burton Leblanc. He is the head of makeup for the hit show on Hulu called The Handmaid's Tale. He'll be on live at 10 a.m. today, which I'm very, very excited about. This dude is going to be Skyping in all the way from Toronto. Man, he's going to be talking about everything from how he got into the business to maybe a little bit of behind the scenes gossip. It's going to be a really great one. I'm very excited about it. And of course, we have the very, very talented band, a very talented punk band that's going to be performing live on the show from their living room all the way from New York City. We got nihiloceros. The first time I'm saying it out loud. Nihiloceros.
I've always wondered how to say that, too.
I know.
It have to be.
It's crazy.
I always called it nihil. Well, I don't know.
Nihiloceros. Nihiloceros.
I went to go see this band a couple of years ago, and they're actually amazing. I've known Mike from Nihiloceros.
Nihiloceros.
I've known Mike since we were 10 years old, man.
So
it's
excellent.
Yeah.
So Nihiloceros is going to be performing live from their living rooms in New York City. This is a very dope thing, and I'm very excited about it. So that's going to be dope. Something completely different. We had some country on. We had some rap. Now we're getting some punk, y'all, and that's going to be crazy. They're going to be performing live from their living room at 11 a.m. So we got a beautiful this crunched, I don't even know put the words in. I can't even say anything. Just as soon as I said nihiloceros, I can't talk no more. You know what I'm saying? The hell is wrong with me? But I'm excited. We got an action-packed show for you guys today. You guys most definitely got to tune in and check this stuff out for sure. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about my weekend and let you know how my weekend was. Have you noticed, like, okay, all you dog owners, pet owners, the whole nine, I mean, all three of us are dog or pet owners. Right. Have you ever noticed that the quarantine is actually affecting your relationship with your pet? I did a little something about it because I captured this on tape, so I'd like to hear it. Here it goes.
Really? What's wrong with you? You don't like my flow? You don't like my flow? You have a problem with my flow? Let me live! Stop raining on my parade, Romeo! Listen here. Listen here, little dog. Are we gonna have problems? Yes. Good boy. Let me dance.
Now, so I don't know about you guys, but here it is. Sometimes a man just needs to dance. All he wants to do is dance. I don't understand why my dog was having a problem with me dancing, bruh. Real talk. But you know when quarantine is having a problem, is affecting your relationship with your dog, when he starts barking at you, when you just want to dance, when you just want to express your feelings, man. I'm just trying to express my feelings, bruh. Y'all feel me?
Dude, that's that's very funny.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh.
I see what he was laughing at.
Whatever, man. Hey. Yes, I'm not one to be cutting a rug. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't sit here and say that I am a dancer extraordinaire, but I can keep rhythm a little bit. But he was having a huge problem. Romeo was like, nah, bruh. Nah, sit down. Sit your ass down. That's not happening today. That's not happening today. Anyway, the other thing that happened this weekend is me and my girlfriend went and bought a whole bunch of seeds and all that. Jack was talking about how it was this is the perfect time to start planting seeds and all that. So we got inspired. We got some plants. We got, we're starting to, my girlfriend's suddenly, donned a green thumb. Okay. I'll just say that. At first it was painting, and that lived for 2 seconds. But now she's really latching on to this green thumb thing. So we have a potted plant of strawberries that are actually starting to show full-on strawberries on them. It's pretty dope. And so we just kind of got inspired. Actually, Jack, you kind of inspired us to actually start getting a green thumb. Real talk. Hey. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, honestly, I'm not one to be like, oh, we need some shrubbery. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that dude. I'm just not. But ever since the quarantine and the pandemic and everything else, I was just like, you know what? Let's see if we can grow some of our own vegetables. Let's do it. Let's just give it a shot. So we bought a gang of seeds, yo. Like a gang of seeds, man.
What were you buying for? Like, are you planting just all in like potted plants outside? Because you have that like balcony area, right?
Yeah. So
you get a lot of good sun area.
Yeah, we got a lot of sun area. So we ended up buying like one big bed. You know what I'm saying? Like a big ass like potted bed that we can put in soil and actually put in seeds. But then we already bought some pre-grown plants, like they're sprouting already. So now we just have to transplant those. No pun intended,
Hey.
though. But we have to transplant those plants into this big thing, like this big flower bed, if that makes any sense.
Right. I got
Yeah,
raised
'cause-
flower bed.
Yeah, because you know our patio is all concrete, so it's, you know, there's no grass anywhere near me. So we have to create our own little environment, which is going to be very interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You should add some grass in for the dogs.
Yes. Yeah. That's the other thing. We're actually starting to do our, like, put together an actual patio that we can actually go out there, chill, enjoy ourselves, you know, buying patio furniture, bringing in the grill, the whole nine. I mean, because this is going to be, I think it's going to be an amazing summer. Let me just say this. It's going to be an amazing summer. Whether we are quarantined or not, we're going to have the dopest patio on this freaking planet. So I'm excited about that. And, oh, by the way, Mike, the lead singer of the band, is on Facebook right now. Shout out to Mike. What's up? Thank you all the way from New York. But he said it's nihiloceros.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yes, it is a tongue twister, and it is early in the morning.
Nihiloceros. Nihiloceros. So like rhinoceros, as he said. Nihiloceros.
Nihiloceros. Yes.
I can't do this anymore. Anyway,
They are awesome. I saw them.
Yeah.
I saw them a couple years ago. They had a different band name then that was a little easier to say. But
yes.
they were amazing. I mean, they are. If you like punk, you're gonna like them. They're great.
Great.
Mike's great. The band is great. Everybody's great. I'm looking forward to it.
Dope.
It'll wake you up. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
It will wake you up.
Well, you know, you also got to remember, I'm sure it's going to be an acoustic set, so it's not going to be full on plugged in and just like nothing but, you know what I'm saying? Nothing but grungy guitars and stuff. It's not going to be like that. But, you know, it's going to be a great performance. I'm very excited about it, whether it's acoustic or not. I've heard nothing but great things about this band, and I'm very excited about it. So I'm not going to keep saying their name and screwing it up. I'll just have Mike come onto the show and actually pronounce it the way it needs to be pronounced, because obviously I'm reading it right off of the comments, but at the same time, I could be completely and utterly wrong, and I don't want to disrespect the band. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, anyway,
We'll get it in post.
Exactly. We'll get it in the post. We'll fix it in post. We'll do it live. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so we need to go into some of these top news stories, because this is some crazy, crazy stuff. Murder hornets? What? What the heck is going on, man? I mean, of course, we got to throw this photo up because this thing is wild. This is real. I'm looking at it on the screen right now, and it freaks me out. Brr. These are murder hornets that have migrated from Africa, that are literally starting to infiltrate and colonize here in America, and they're killing bees. They're straight up going around and killing all kinds of bees and other insects as well. I mean, I've seen video where they're decapitating like cicadas and praying mantises and stuff. These insects are freaking savage, yo. I mean, you guys heard about these murder hornets, right?
Yeah. I wish I hadn't.
It's really creepy. You know what I'm saying? It's really, really creepy. And so I do have a little bit of a video that I want to pull up, because it is, like I said, some creepy stuff, man.
Well, new tonight, as if
it is some really, really creepy stuff.
Virus.
Oh my dear God.
Is this from the thing up in the Northwest?
Pardon?
Is this from the thing up from the video from the up in the Northwest of the U.S.?
This is just a news. This is just a news thing. This is just straight up a news thing. But here it is. We got to check this out, because this is some wild-ish.
Well, new tonight, as if coronavirus isn't enough for all of us to deal with, there are now reports of deadly hornets in parts of the U.S. They can be as big as 2 inches, and they're called murder hornets. The New York Times reports researchers are worried that they're colonizing. Now, they can kill people and wipe out entire honeybee colonies. Some describe the sting as feeling like hot metal inside their skin.
Have mercy. Bruh. Hot metal inside of your body? That's what it feels like when you get stung by one of these bad boys. Look at this thing one more time. Look at this. Look at this thing. That does not look like a friendly old neighbor bee. You know what I'm saying? That is some wild stuff, man. That is some seriously wild stuff. And those are actually coming in and taking over America as we speak. Killer hornets from Africa. Why does Africa always got to have the deadly ish, man? Damn. Why? Why can't it be, a beautiful new breed of swan just came from Africa? It has to be killer swans. You know what I'm saying? Why can't, you know what I'm saying? Why does it got to be so savage? Damn.
Man, they said our bee population's already been like struggling, right? And they said that all these fields and the pesticides and stuff have been killing off mass swarms of bees. Can you imagine if this thing starts spreading across the U.S. and just destroying whole colonies, like wherever it goes?
Right.
I think these things are brutal, right? They go and they kill it, and they bring a thorax back to its young to feed off of.
Yeah.
Like,
it's that's some crazy stuff. Like, it's obviously a much more evolved hornet, but at the same time, they don't need to be here, man. They don't need to be in America. Man, don't we already have a pandemic that we have to deal with? Now you got killer hornets coming through and killing our bees, man. And don't we need our bees? You know what I'm saying? Like, we in trouble, man. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Why can't Africa just like produce the most beautiful like breed of something? You know what I'm saying? Like the cutest little cuddly wuddly bear. You know what I'm saying? Why they gotta be killer bees, man? Killer hornets? Damn.
Better start hoarding honey.
No kidding. Like I said, like, you know, because they say that if we lost the bee population, that we would be in some serious trouble. The environment would be in some serious trouble. So now you got these killer hornets coming out from Africa, and now and now they're killing our bees, man. And they're already starting to become, apparently they're saying something about them being endangered. Don't they say that? Don't they say that bees are starting to become endangered?
Yeah.
Something crazy like that? Now we got, bruh, come on, man.
Hello,
you know what I'm saying? It's like killer clowns from Mars. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you got to take something so cute and cut? You know what I mean? Now they got to kill people. Like killer hornets from Africa. That should just be a horror movie. The birds.
They say they kill 50 people a year. There hasn't been any U.S. deaths yet, but because they just showed up like last year in like September. So but if they're still around,
oh hell yeah! I mean, people are.
It's gonna happen.
Go ahead, Tom.
Are they from Africa or Asia? I've heard Asia, but I don't know.
No.
Like,
so from my well, maybe I'm saying something completely wrong, but from my understanding, I thought that they migrated from Africa.
Oh.
I don't know how they flew all the way over a damn ocean, but
probably got stuck in a shipping container or something.
No kidding.
Yeah.
But I think that they're called Asian giant. Say again?
Asian giant hornets.
Asian giant hornets. There you go. So maybe they are actually from Asia, but they migrated from. I mean, of course, blame everything on Africa. Say that again. What?
Like if it attacked a child, man.
It's a wrap.
Well, these things like getting a kid, like.
It's a wrap, son.
Ugh.
It's a wrap, son. There's a dude that actually was on YouTube because this guy's an idiot and crazy enough to go and get stung by certain things. That's his YouTube channel. Like he'll go and get stung by a killer hornet and tape himself like dying. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
crazy.
So anyway, they'll sit there and show him like swelling up the whole nine. So there's an actual video of what the body actually, how the body reacts to it. If you're not allergic to it, first off, let's just straight and first and foremost. But I'm not sitting here saying, hey, go and get yourself stung by a killer hornet. Hell no. Don't do it. Just a thought. Don't do it. You don't want that to happen. You'll probably die. But dude goes around and does videos, he doing it for the YouTube, getting stung by certain things. And the way he reacts is terrible. It is absolutely terrible. So I don't recommend it, but at the same time, I've seen video. I was trying to find a certain video, like a certain clip, because there is a video of a killer hornet going around, and actually they show this hornet decapitating a cicada, like live, just ripping its head off of the insect. I saw another one with a praying mantis, fighting a praying mantis and it winning, and then cutting its head, the praying mantis's head off, literally clean off of its body. It's so crazy, man. That is some savage stuff. Some
Nature.
Savage stuff.
I mean,
yeah. That's some evolved stuff.
Yeah. I'm trying to find some silver linings here, and the only thing I can find is apparently the Japanese make some sort of liquor out of these hornets, out of their venom. So maybe there'll be another sort. Would you drink that?
I mean, why would you?
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, it's a delicacy in Japan.
Who would think, hey, you know what I can do with that thing? I'm going to make a drink out of it.
No, I'm good on it. No. Let's drink this. It's for virility.
Yeah. I cannot stand insects in general, but especially stinging ones. Childhood trauma as a kid. I stepped in a yellow jacket's nest when I was 5. It wasn't until I was like an adult that I could look at a picture of one and not feel sick to my stomach. I hate these things.
You want to know something funny? It is the only moment in life when you show, like, the manliest of man could be walking around and be like, I lift 350 pounds every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, roids. But then you see, a bee flies anywhere near their face. They're doing flailing around and running away. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Trust me, that's me. Not the roid part, but I'm saying, like, whenever there's it's bumblebees, man. Bumblebees freak me out.
Yeah.
And every time, like, for a good minute there, outside my door, there were just bumblebees flying outside my door because I got really nice rose bushes out my front door, and they're starting to bloom. So, of course, what else is new? These bumblebees are going up there and just chilling up in the cut. So, man, that's the only time, like, you'll see me running like a little girl, like, ah! No, I'm not about that life. So imagine seeing a killer hornet. Man, I'm running so hard. I don't care if my car is the opposite direction. I will run. I don't care.
Are you allergic?
No.
No, that's good.
But I don't want to get stung. I've been stung a couple times. I've been stung in the eye one time when I was a kid, stung in the hand. That stuff I ain't about that life, man. So, no, I don't like that.
My girl?
Yes.
Oh, my girl.
Macaulay Culkin, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about that life. Like I said, I am not about any of that life, like, at all. Okay? But anyway, we got to go into a quick commercial break. And when we come back, it's more of our top news. Alex Jones is saying he's willing to eat what? We'll be right back. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. For more information, call us now.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Sex, money, power, respect. All of us have in this scrutiny. All of you people different to me.
Hey, take up your glass.
The festival is crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers and leaks. Entertainers are talking for tweakers and losing their self because their loves are unique. All of us under surveillance. There was a feeling they made it. Half of them stumbling the road and they faded. They live in the world that's degraded for people that's constantly hated.
Imagination. Image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugar Fire. Still open all our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range too. So if you get hungry, come on by.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And of course, if this is your first time checking out this show, please go follow, like, subscribe on all of our major streaming sites or wherever you're watching right now. And hit that like button underneath the show. That would really, really mean a lot. Anyway, we got to go into this next conversation. The next top story that we have, Alex Jones will eat what? So just the other day on Friday, if I'm correct, Alex Jones was on his show, InfoWars, and he had a lot to say about his neighbors. We got the footage. Here it is.
I'll admit it. I will eat my neighbors. I'm not letting my kids die. I'm just going to be honest. My superpower is being honest. I've extrapolated this out, and I won't have to for a few years since I got food and stuff, but I'm literally looking at my neighbors now and going, I'm ready to hang them up and gut them and skin them and chop them up. You know what? I'm ready. My daughters aren't starving to death.
Oh, my God.
I'll eat my neighbors. See, my superpower is being honest. I'll eat your ass.
I'm sorry. His superpower is being honest. That's what his superpower is. And the one thing I love is that he literally is looking. It's like he has this moment of like, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'd do that. It's the craziest thing. Excuse me. I digress. Let's continue.
I will. I'm combat model, optimum self-sufficiency, probably the leader. The point is have you thought about that yet? Because I'm somebody that thought I could fix this, and I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbors. You think I like sizing up my neighbor, how I'm going to haul him up by a chain and chop his ass up? I'll do it. My children aren't going hungry. I will eat your ass.
I will eat your ass. Okay. Wow. All right. Alex Jones, if you don't already know, is a very colorful character. He is definitely a conspiracy theorist. He has a lot of interesting theories in regards to what's going on in the world. A lot of people watch him. A lot of people watch him. Holy cow. People watch his ass, and it's unbelievable. So he went live on his show, and he said, I will literally eat my neighbors. Fellas, what's your think?
Can they get restraining orders on him for saying stuff like that? I mean...
You know, that's a very good question.
I hadn't thought about that, but they should.
Inquiring minds would like to know as well. I would definitely like to know, because that is some wild stuff. That is some wild stuff for him to go, you know what? Thought about it. Yeah, I would eat my neighbors. I'll just go over there, just string them up, gut them, Eating
way
for
he's
dinner.
saying it, that's premeditated murder, right?
Yeah, well, it's extreme. It's definitely extreme. And I mean, and the funny thing is okay, if this was Howard Stern saying something like this, you know for a fact he's making a joke. You see what I'm saying? But then Alex Jones, it's how he is delivering what he's saying. Alex Jones, you already know, is just really intense about everything he says. He screams, he yells, he's Alex freaking Jones. You know what I mean? There is no substitute with him. There is no watered down version of Alex Jones. Shoot, the funny thing is I was just checking out some other footage of him, and I was just watching him with like Piers Morgan a long time ago. And he had it on his site. I actually went and checked out his site. Yes, I went to his InfoWars site because I just wanted to see what the heck this guy's been up to, right? So he had this thing, and it's been like 6 years. This is like a 6-year-old video. And he puts it up on his page like this is his proudest moment where he's losing his mind on Piers Morgan's show, just going off on him about gun rights and everything. Obviously, we're not talking about any of that stuff right now. But you can tell that his demeanor is serious. He's dead ass serious. Homeboy dead ass. He's not trying to be like, oh, I'm just joking, guys. He literally that was so matter of fact of him being like, yeah, I'd eat my neighbors. I'd eat them. Like, that's some serious
I'm gonna go
stuff.
after Karen first.
Right.
And then I'm going after Chad.
He literally was like, if I have to feed my children, I will go next door, string them up, and cut out some fillets out of their bodies, out of their bodies. You know what I'm saying? That's some crazy stuff. And for him to say it like that out loud is insane. That's insane. That's insane. You know what I'm saying? Now, I understand what he's trying to say in the other context of, I will do anything for my children so that they survive. I'll do anything to make sure that my children are fed. But that's all he has to say. All he has to say is that. He doesn't need to say, I'll go to the extreme of I will go next door to murder and cut up my neighbors just so that my daughters are fed. That's a little extreme, don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, it's always been up for debate how much he's, playing it up for the cameras.
Yeah.
I mean, he went through a divorce a while back. He has children. Amazingly, someone had sex with that man and procreated with him.
Yeah.
But he has kids. They had a custody battle, and the whole crux of the custody battle was basically, is what you see of him on his channel really him, or is he a different person behind closed doors?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
that'd be funny.
I don't know. It ended up with his wife, I think, was awarded the right to decide where the children live. So I guess the court, in the eyes of the court, he's a little out there.
Well, it's a funny thing is that's the other reason why I was digging deep was because on Twitter I was checking out her page. I'm forgetting her name right now, but she was saying that she was tweeting that video where he's like, I'll eat their ass. Yeah, I'll go next door. She literally said, and I can't see my children. So she literally can't see her children apparently. Or like there's a court order where she's not allowed to see her children, or it's supposed to be, I don't know, something in regards to their custody battle that they have going back and forth. But so not really. He has the children. She does not. At least from the tweet that I saw, unless things changed in the past 3 days. But 3 days ago, he went out of his way to say, yeah, I'll go next door and it'd be funny if he's like, yeah, I'll go over next door and I will eat your ass. And the cameras go off. He's like, was that good? Was that good? Did he like that? But was that a little too extreme? I'm just curious because I'm so scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, clearly this is the dude every day, all day. I don't even understand it.
He in the last few years, like InfoWars has been dropped from like Facebook, Twitter, all that kind of stuff. Like they've lost their social media platforms, mainly due to him saying that, what was it? Newtown, the Newtown massacre was staged.
Yes.
But, they've lost their social media thing. But I liked it when they were on social media, because if you saw that somebody liked InfoWars, like if you saw one of your friends like InfoWars on Facebook, then you could just discount everything they say wholesale.
Of course.
You just be like, oh, that person's an insane person.
Yeah.
I'll just ignore them. They're an Alex Jones fan.
Right.
I'll leave them alone. But now you don't know.
Your friend is going, who liked the InfoWars. My wife is pregnant. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. Anything he says.
Right.
Water is good for you. Bold-faced lie. Bold-faced lie. I'm totally kidding. But, yes. InfoWars is definitely interesting. Now, the funny thing is that I'm watching these things. I'm watching some of his clips, right, on his page. I'm looking at all this stuff. I'm doing a deep dive because I want to see who this guy is, and I haven't seen or heard about him in a long time since he got kicked off of YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, the whole nine, right? Obviously, he's doing everything on his website, and what blows my mind is, look, you got to see the production that he has. The stage, the set that he has is massive. It is gorgeous. And I'm sitting there going, there are people that are financially backing this crazy person. There's no way he can have a stage like that, a set like that, without some serious monies. That's some serious, he's securing the bag hard. So you're going, I'm sorry. I'm looking at all this stuff and I'm like, somebody out there, somewhere out there, somebody believes his ass. Seriously. It's weird. And he's making loads of money. Like monies. There's no way you can have that set without having crap tons of money. But anyway, definitely a crazy moment for Alex Jones, but what else is new? Isn't Alex Jones' show completely just a whole bunch of crazy to begin with? Isn't it just him screaming on the microphone with his voice that sounds like his vocal cords have been dragged through gravel and glass and salt and Tabasco sauce? I'll eat your ass. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll eat your ass. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like Mike Tyson, you know what I'm saying?
It's entertaining to see his spiral, you know, to see him like lose all of his platforms and then like have that custody battle with his ex-wife. He was just popped for like DWI a couple months ago. Like, it's just, I mean, there is an entertainment kind of, what do they call that? Schadenfreude to watching him kind of fall down the ladder. But it's, isn't he the one that thought that chemtrails were making the frogs gay or something like that?
I mean, there's been so many different headlines that come from, that are like attached to Alex Jones. I just don't know what to even recount anymore from it, because it's almost like onion headlines.
Right.
You know, we're like, is this really?
Right.
Like, really?
Now, Woodgrain says, shout out to Woodgrain. What's up, my brother? He says on YouTube, he says some stuff Alex says has validity. I don't know. And I got to say this. I think it all goes down to how it is delivered. It's about delivery. You can get foie gras or filet mignon or caviar delivered to you, but I don't think you're going to really enjoy the taste of it if you're getting smacked in the face while you're eating it. So I think it's all about delivery. Like I said, if this was me talking about going to my neighbor and killing my neighbor, which would never come out of my mouth, except just now, but just for example, you know for a fact, the delivery of it is, I'm kidding. It's a joke. Hey, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Whereas he has a look on his face of, I've literally thought about this, and I'm okay with doing some cannibalism. Fully. If it was Howard Stern, shoot. If it was Anderson Cooper, man, if it was Sean Hannity, sure it'd be delivered in a different way. Like I said, Alex Jones, it's all about your delivery, bruh. That one came off a little weird, a little strange, personally.
So if you were in that airplane that went down in the mountains and they had to eat the people, like how many days would it take for you to do that?
Say that again. What did you say?
That's a hard question.
What did you say? What did you say, Jack?
What was the name of that movie where the airplane went down the mountains and they were stuck up
Alive.
there? Like yeah, Alive. So, and then how many days would it take before you would start eating somebody else, or would you ever? That's it's a pretty hard question to think about.
Yes.
But like you're saying, he's thought about it.
He's definitely thought about it.
Like the way he talks about it, he's thought about it.
He's really gone into it. Like he's really gone into it. Like he really has gone into it. And the thing is that I will never have that cross my mind until the moment that there is nothing to eat around. Period. Like for a good long time. There's no way I could literally think about this right now. You know what I'm saying? I can't give you a logical. How is it logical? Period. How is that thought even logical ever? Even when you're at the in dire straits. How is you know what I'm saying? You feel me though, right? It's a little it's something has to crack, you know, for you to be like fine. Steak. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's amazing about Alex Jones is he's only 46.
He's 46
years old.
He just looks like a very big stress ball. You know what I'm saying?
He does.
Yep.
Have you ever seen 90 Day Fiancé?
No.
There's this guy named Eddie, and he kind of looks like Eddie if he wore a suit and maybe, I don't know how to explain it. He just kind of reminds me of the dude. You know, he has like no neck and he's like just nuts, and it's interesting. Puts mayonnaise in his hair. It's a long story. I just started. Go ahead. What do you say, Tom?
I'm not going to lie. I mean, looking at Alex Jones, I mean, I'm thinking you can make a few meals out of that guy too, though. I mean, let's be real.
Homeboy.
If I'm his neighbor and we really are in a famine, I'm looking across and I'm looking at him. I'm like, he kind of looks like a ham. I could eat that.
Yeah, well, you know, like, why not? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just carve off a few slices, get a nice ham hock.
Yeah, think about a pit roast, and he's just.
Oh my.
That's it. Nah, that went a little extreme. That's a little extreme. See, but you know for a fact that we're joking. You know, I'm not sitting here going, I'd eat your ass. I'd eat my neighbor's ass. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing the Mike Tyson thing where I eat your ass until you love me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's some weird stuff.
Yeah. But he does look like he would be at home getting spit roasted with an apple coming out of his mouth. I'm just saying, you know, he.
The imagery is stuff I don't want to be thinking about.
It is something
that. Oh, sure.
Naked
Alex Jones on a spit with an apple coming out of his mouth.
See, this is some crazy stuff.
Happy Monday, Jack.
Happy Monday, everyone.
Good morning. Wake up, everybody.
You know, and so, of course, we do have another thing on our top news. Of course, we were just talking about, or we were just saying something about on the top news, a carjacking, a multi-million-dollar or $1 million carjacking. We definitely need to dive into that. And while we're pulling up that information, I just wanted to say a quick hello to everybody who's tuning in and watching right now as Tom is looking up the information. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Woodgrain. Good morning, Ashton. Good morning, James. Good morning, Michael, who's part of the band. Good morning, everybody who's tuning in. Thank you so much for commenting and being part of the conversation today. So, carjacking. $1 million carjacking? Bro, we need to hear about this story.
A spree of carjackings equaling over $1 million.
Okay, so tell me about this.
46 vehicles valued at over $1 million were stolen from 12 different dealerships between March 17th and I guess over the weekend.
Wow.
In North Carolina, which, I mean, you know, carjackings happen all the time.
Yeah.
But they have 19 suspects identified in these carjackings, and they're all minors, ages from the ages of 9 to 16.
Really?
So it's all basically children going out and stealing these cars from these car lots. And 46 over the course of, a month and a half?
Yeah.
And valued over $1 million. They said the exact total is $1.13 million or something like that.
Yeah.
But all the kids, I mean, as young as 9 years old, and the oldest is 16. I guess the ringleader is 19 that they brought into custody. But, I mean, just the imagery of, like, children going out and stealing these cars and if they don't make a movie out of this.
Yeah.
that's like produced by Seth Rogen or something.
I was thinking Joel Bruckheimer or something like, from Gone in 60 Seconds or something like that, but a teen version of it or something crazy. That would be kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
A young Nicolas Cage type, get a little Angelina Jolie type in there. Why not? Hey.
True.
Some Giovanni Ribisi in there too. Why not? I know that movie. I don't know why. But anyway, you were going to say, Jack?
So, I imagine that a lot of these parking lots and stuff too, I see that the grocery stores up the street have all the rental cars that are usually being used that are not used now. So there's overflow parking, and there's no one up there guarding the cars.
Facts.
So I'm sure a lot of them got low jack on them or something like that.
Oh yeah.
So probably easier to track them nowadays. But some of those rental places might have some older cars. And might be an easy pickup.
Yeah.
I don't know. I imagine that's going across the country. But he's pretty smart, right? Trying to get everybody that's a minor so that if they got caught, then it'd be like a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
But and now you're the ringleader, and that's really bad.
It's wild, man.
Right.
So,
yeah. Well, and they said that all but 6 of the vehicles have been recovered. And, I guess the ringleader, whoever they think is the ringleader, has been arrested. So,
yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's kind of sad that children that young are involved in crime. But at the same time, I would love to see, I'd love to see a movie about it. It would be entertaining as hell.
Yeah, like I said,
children going out stealing cars.
Hell yeah, I think that would be kind of cool. Like Kids. The movie Kids, but not so serious and with a little bit of Gone in 60 Seconds type vibe,
Yeah.
Like, hey, dire straits, call for these kids. Wow.
Oh.
That's an idea, All these kids their families are in dire straits because of the pandemic. They're doing everything they can to make some money. But they have to go one night and one night only to get steal as many cars as they can for this chop shop. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? Done. That's a movie right there. That's brilliant.
Who would be the lead?
Shoot. Who's hot right now? That's the question.
Yeah.
What teen actor right now is hot?
Bieber?
No, he can't act he can't act himself out of a paper bag.
No, he could be the ringleader.
I mean, you'd have to go to the Disney Channel. Find some 10-year-old kid.
Right. Now, but you said that they were 16 to what? Age range?
9 to 16.
Oh, they're 9 to 16. Thank you.
Yes.
Ooh, see,
9 to 16.
This is the time when
these are children.
Yeah,
these are not teenagers. Well, I mean, they are some of them teenagers.
Right.
But they're children. These are young kids.
These are the times when you got to have Jaden Smith. This is when you wish you had a young Shia LaBeouf. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Shia LaBeouf would be cool with that, but a younger Shia LaBeouf. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Yeah. There really isn't any on and popping young child actor right now that I can think of that's blowing up. But then again, everything's been coronavirus, so I don't know. That's a good one to think about. Yellow Man said on YouTube, I wonder how much was the kids getting for the cars when they sold them.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Interesting to know.
But yeah.
They're brand new cars. I mean, how much were each car worth? I mean, that would be.
Well, they said it was
Toyota.
They said it was 46 vehicles valued at $1.13 million. So however that math shakes out, we've already established I can't think this early in the morning.
Words. Yeah. Facts.
So that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I mean, make at least $500 or $1,000 or something like that.
At least. I'm interested. Like I said, I'm interested to see somebody write a treatment out for that, because that would be genius. Actually, that would be dope as hell. And then throwing an Alex Jones character in there that's just I'll eat your ass. Actually, he could be the bad guy, and all he wants to do is eat ass. Just something to think about. I'll eat your ass the entire time.
I have to steal 46 cars or Alex Jones is going to eat my ass.
Exactly. See what I'm saying? Mix it up. You know what I mean? Mix it up.
Yeah.
Make some crack out of it. See what I'm saying? People will eat that. Oh, people would eat that ish up so fast. I'm telling you. They'd be like, oh, this is brilliant. Actually,
I feel like we got to put Tara Reid in it.
What? Say who?
Which one?
We got to put Tara Reid in there. Somewhere.
Of course, Tara Reid, the actress, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Not the accuser. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was about to say, wait, what? What did you just say?
No.
Yeah.
The actress.
The actress. Well, then she could be some cracked out hoe.
Whoa.
No, because I mean, have you seen her? Have you?
Not lately.
Tell me, have you seen her? Have you seen her lately? She, you know, the plastic surgery has not been nice to her. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, we got to go into a quick commercial break, but when we come back, I'll be talking with and chopping up with the very talented, the very amazing Burton Leblanc. We'll be right back. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. For more information, call us now.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Sex, money, power, respect. All of us in this community. All of you people different to me.
Take up your glass.
The festival is crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers and leaks. Entertainers and trucking for tweakers and losing their selves and nothing unique. All of us under surveillance. There was a feeling they made it. Half of them stumbling around and they faded. They live in the world that's degraded for people that's constantly hated.
Imagination. Image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugar Fire. Still open all our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range too. So if you get hungry, come on by.
Center of the entertainment universe. There's a lot of famous people you can meet in this town. I got to meet Joyce Hawkins. Joyce Hawkins is the mother of Chris Brown, one of the biggest artists of our time. But don't get it twisted. There's a lot more to this incredible woman than just being a mom. Joyce was gracious enough to welcome me into her home, and we sat down and talked about everything from what it's like to raising such a remarkable artist to what her plans are as she sets out to embark on a new endeavor with her fashion line, Rose Marone. Tune in this Thursday during the Pascal Show at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, streaming exclusively on YouTube.
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. For more information, call us now.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Sex, money, power, respect. All of us living this community. All the good people different to me.
Take up your glass.
The festival is crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers and leaks. Entertainers and trucking for tweakers and losing their self cause they're not so unique. All of us under surveillance. They wasn't feeling they made it. Half of them stumbling around and they faded. They live in the world that's degraded for people that's constantly hated.
Imagination. Image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah.
All right. Hey, guys. Welcome back. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and tuning into the show. If this is your first time checking out the show, please go click that like button on our Facebook, subscribe on our YouTube, and, of course, give us a like on this feed as we speak. Anyway, I'm very, very honored and very excited to introduce this gentleman to the show. He is the head of makeup for the hit Hulu show, The Handmaid's Tale. Please welcome Burton Leblanc to the show. What's up, man? How are you doing, my brother?
Hey, guys. Good to be here. Thanks for having me. Really good.
Anytime, man. So I gotta ask you, how have things been since this quarantine?
Well, it's a struggle. I think everybody's going through the same thing. It's just what do you do? What do you do for all this time? You know, keep yourself together, try to stay in shape, whether you want to go for walks. I've got some weights in here. I kind of try to do a little bit of something. Yeah. And, keeping the headspace good, which is the main thing, but it's tough. It's tough, man.
Yeah. I can definitely feel. I definitely feel your own. I definitely feel your struggles, because this is what, every day you're trying to find reasons to stay motivated, get out there and do some things. It's sometimes hard, even though those weights are right there next to you. Sometimes it's hard to just get up and pick up those weights, even though they're just 5 feet in front of you. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's the motivation to do it. They're there, but do you want to do it? I'm stuck at home. The motivation's got to stay up, and it's hard.
Yeah, it's really, really hard. So,
really hard. What about your show? Does this keep running every day? It's great that you have this.
Oh, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, we do our show Monday through Friday. So, and then I do a couple pop-up shows on the weekends. So I stay busy, but it's a good excuse for me to stay busy. It's something that keeps me active, keeps my mind moving. Because I feel like if I wasn't moving or if I wasn't doing anything right now, I would literally lose my mind, So I'm lucky to be able to have this platform and do this stuff from home for now, at least for now, It's a blessing. So tell me, I mean, since obviously you guys were, if I'm correct, The Handmaid's Tale was in production. I guess you guys were in pre-production, and then everything kind of got shut off because of this pandemic. So do you mind elaborating a little bit more about that and just talking about that, if you don't mind?
Yeah, well, any show starts, there's like you said, pre-production, or there's a prepping of every department, the executives, and down from there to every department. It's got to get their stuff together, get their department together, get everything ready to go. So, I mean, The Office was up and running months before, but each production, I get a couple weeks, some get more, camera department, and other ones, they're scouting the city, they're checking for locations, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, for a month or two before. So that's really all set in place. Then you've got to get permits from the city to get all that. You can't just show up anywhere and start shooting, right? That's all got to be planned out too.
Right.
And now all those permits are completely kibosh. They're all gone, right?
Yeah.
So it was a lot of planning, a lot of pre-planning and the behind-the-scenes stuff. So now that's kind of like out the window. So when we start up again, whenever that may be, sooner than later.
Definitely fingers crossed.
That's all going to start up again. It's all going to go again. It's like, oh my God, come on, guys. We need to do this. But it's tough. It's a hard situation.
Yeah. No, I believe that. So now that you guys are, how is Toronto? Because I know that you are Skyping in from Toronto right now. So how is Toronto right now?
It's pretty much shut down. It's kind of like things are opening today. Today was like the first day that certain things were going to start to open, small businesses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, this week is like the first week that's kind of happened. It's tough. Everybody's basically shut-ins, living in their house, trying to get by. Lots of Netflix.
Yeah. A lot of Netflix and a lot of Hulu.
A lot of Hulu.
A whole lot of Hulu.
Hulu's great here.
So, of course, I want to show off some of your work here because obviously you were gracious enough to give us some footage or some photos from behind the scenes. So I want to show off some of your work, and here you are with Elizabeth Moss, the lead of The Handmaid's Tale, doing what you do on the show. And, of course, I do have to ask you, like, how did you get the gig in the first place, man?
Well, it's the lead up, right? Lots of hard work, and it's just like playing all the cards right, doing the work. Obviously, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
And keeping yourself in that level and in that zone, and just keep going with that. Just before Handmaids, I'd done 12 Monkeys and American Gothic, a Spielberg production, and that kind of led up to just a couple years before Handmaids. I got a call from a producer that I'd already worked with prior, maybe a year or two before, that connected me with Elizabeth Moss. I thought that we would be a good match together. It's like, I've got a good guy. I think this guy is going to be good for the show and for you. So I talked to Lizzie. She gave me a call, I think later that day, the next day. And that was my interview. We talked on the phone for maybe 10 minutes. And I called back my producer guy and I said, do you want me to come in? Like, what do you want me to do? Like, do you want me to talk to some more people? It's like, no, Elizabeth loves you, Lizzie loves you, and the job's yours. I was like, man,
wow.
Because I'd already obviously been given the script, and I had to go over that, talk to Lizzie about that, and get my ideas, get her ideas, and the writing. When I got that script, I was like, man, it was actually one of those first things that I really, there's all those shows that you get, some that you get, you're like, I need to do it. This was one of them. It's like, I really want to do this one. I really want this.
Yeah.
So I went after it, and it all worked out, and I was just so happy to get it. I was just ecstatic to get it. So
yeah. So when it comes to makeup and everything, I do have to ask you, like, how competitive is your industry?
Very.
Really?
Very competitive. Very competitive. Yeah, very competitive. So you've got to be on your game and do what you got to do. Lots of hard work, but it's really competitive. It really is. Yeah.
How so? How so? Is it like through word of mouth type of situation, or how do you stay relevant? I guess how do you stay relevant in your field?
Well, first of all, there's a lot of people here. Crew people, hair makeup people, and there's not as many shows to fill those positions. So obviously, the top people or who are those are the ones who are going to get the job. So you've got to really do the hard work and stay on top. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Because I always wondered, like, now of course I'm not trying to say anything bad about your field or your industry or anything like that, but I've always wondered, how does one say, oh yeah, I'm going to go with Burton Leblanc because of his, you see what I'm saying? Like, what is it that grabs their attention to say, oh, I most definitely want him, or I most definitely want her? What is it what is the thing that stands out, that makes people actually want to work with you or any other artist out there?
Well, you have to be able to work with a lot of personalities, and you have to be able to get along with everybody. That's a huge thing. Personality, like anything, is a huge thing.
Yeah.
Besides, the resume's got to be there. So what you've worked on and your latest project really tells a lot.
Right.
Personality is huge. It's really huge, and we want people to remember you.
Yes.
And great work. Put your work out there and really showcase your work. No matter how, whoever you're going to do that online or showcase it.
Of course.
So it's a constant work at it.
Yeah. And of course, just you being able to have 6 nominations under your belt, that's not a bad thing to have on your resume as well. Not a bad thing.
It's okay. It's good. It's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Don't let it get to your head because, but it's good. It's good.
Yeah, of course. Thing. Of course.
It's all fun stuff. That's all like fun stuff, like the icing on the cake, which is great.
Yeah.
It's nice to be recognized. It really is.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, congratulations on all your accolades, because that's, all the nominations and everything. That's huge. I mean, because
thank you.
I got to be honest. I wouldn't know how to even win an award right now. How to even win a reward right now would be like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that that says a lot about your work, obviously, So now when it comes to being a makeup artist, being running a makeup department for a huge TV show, how does the communication happen? What is the communication like in regards to the director or the executive producer to you guys? So that, how are you guys staying connected so that you give him the best work on camera that he's looking for when they're ready to turn on the cameras?
Right. You mean before the show actually starts, like pre-production kind of thing, or while we're there day to day? Well, pre-production, I mean, you've got to meet up with the executives. Usually a lot of the main actors, you meet up with them. You have like a little meeting with what you want, where you want to go, what ideas they have. So you really collaborate with them, and you want to make everybody happy, as well as you have your own vision. So it's all gotta come together. So, I mean, you have meetings, you've got meetings with the executives, you've got meetings with all of the directors. And sometimes episode to episode, you have different directors. And obviously it's a different episode. So that's got to start up while you're in an episode, while that's going on, to start up for the next one that's coming in a week or two.
Wow.
Or even longer. If it's a big job, even longer, you've got to prep for something.
Yeah.
So it's really a lot of prepping, a lot of planning, a lot of meetings and constant emails and texting and talking to the actors. And because you want to get them, they have to be comfortable, and you want to make them comfortable. But you want to also do your job and know what you have to do.
Right.
So it's really a collaboration.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And of course, you're not the only makeup. You're overseeing all these makeup artists as well. So you're making sure that everything's being translated properly to the face or to whatever is going to be seen or shot in the scene. Right. So how are you keeping that cohesive? Because I don't know how many makeup artists you have working under you, but I can only imagine there's a lot. I'm sure you have a lot of different people that are coming in and out. And sometimes when it comes to the continuity, keeping the continuity must be really, really hard, especially like if you're shooting one scene, one angle, and then you have to say a reshoot like 2 months later. Let's just say how you're keeping the scar, or you're keeping the blood, trail, or whatever it is that's on the person's face or body, how you're keeping it exactly how it was shot like 2 weeks before. So I'm just curious, how's that taken care of,
A lot of pictures, whenever you do the makeup, a big makeup, it's going to happen. Like if Lizzie Moss has some kind of blood or scarring on her face,
right.
There's got to be a lot of pictures for one, and a lot of notes. So that's got to be tracked, exactly, like tons of stuff, like in regards to her, like little file that we would have for her and all of the actors.
Wow.
And even the extras would have a certain look. So we've got to document all that. And any, like on the bigger days, you would get extra makeup people that would come in, makeup and hair. Makeup would come in, and you would have to have maybe a little meeting, or somebody on your team would go and explain what needs to be done to keep them in line with what your vision is for the show. And visual references are perfect for that.
Yeah.
And then when I go to set, I'm checking everybody out. Like visually, I'm there. And actually, while we're filming as well, there's monitors that we can watch what they're doing. I'm always there, like right there. And there's constant changes for the day because the lighting sometimes changes. And sometimes if there's too much daylight or less daylight, or the lighting inside a house is obviously could be different from what's in the hair makeup trailer. It could be low light or high light. So it's a constant, if we work 15 hours a day or maybe up to 20 hours plus, I'm there, like it's a non-stop thing. So it's constant. It's like visually, it's like really, we got to be on it.
That's incredible, man. I commend you because I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, man. So the fact that you can do that is pretty incredible, especially like you're on set and you're going, no, that blood needs to be a little bit more red. We need a little bit more rouge in her cheeks. We need this, that, and the other. It's like, she looks really sickly, and that's not the whole point of this scene. We need to, revive her skin or make her look a little bit more alive, that kind of thing. It's amazing the things that you guys do to make a movie or a TV show, any production, really sing and really like be realistic. And that show is amazing. So the fact that we get to see and hear a little bit about the work that goes on behind the scenes is so huge, because a lot of people just don't think about how much work and prep is put and is applied before they even say the first time, cameras up, action. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
and the huge thing about this show is keeping it real. Like, it's all about realism.
Yeah.
So my thing in my head, like I as I'm watching the monitors as they're filming, it's like, do I buy it? Is this real? Like, am I seeing too much of something here?
Yeah.
And that's why you also have great people working with you. So you sometimes rely on them. It's like, because sometimes you get too focused almost. No, it's good. It's good. But it's that constant, keeping it realistic and always thinking about you watching at home. I want you to buy it. I want you to believe it.
Yeah.
And grab you. And it's such an emotional show, and there's so many, tight shots on the face. Every little detail, as people know, you can see.
Yeah.
So it's tough.
The way some of the shots are, there's such a shallow depth of field. There's sometimes it's very extreme close-ups. It's like amazing the fact that you can go in there and, the true test is being able to have makeup on without people really knowing that you got makeup on. And you guys kill that every single time. And the show, I'm a huge fan. So I cannot wait for the next season to come out. I know a lot of people are chomping at the bit to find out what's going to happen to our main character. I'm so excited about that. Under his eye.
Well, yeah, on the side.
Praise me.
Because we had just done all the prep back in, early this year, and we were just ready to shoot. So we've only done 2 weeks of shooting, and this all went down.
Yeah.
So I'm just getting into it, right? So it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
But, can't wait. We're chomping at the bit to get back.
Yeah. And of course, I got to ask you. There's a couple questions I got, and one of them has to do with the next season.
Mm-hmm.
What can we expect for the upcoming season of The Handmaid's Tale? Can you give us a little bit of something? Maybe a little tiny bit of a teaser or something?
Well, you know what? The writers are working their butts off trying to get the best right, and there's a lot of pressure on them. And they're constantly reworking things, and but they have a lot of pressure on them. But this season, we really don't get scripts too far ahead. Like, we've got the first 2 or 3.
Okay.
And that's about it. We really don't know much.
Dang.
So hopefully, with all this time off, the writers are, hard at work. I'm sure they are, to get a good period of scripts done, so we can just keep going with it. But we really don't know that far ahead. If I talk to some of the people, like Lizzie, obviously would know, what's going on, and some of the executives, so I could have a conversation with them. But for the most part, there's not a lot of. They don't really talk too much about it.
No, I totally understand. I figured.
At the same time, it's kind of good that you don't, because it's almost like there's so much focus on each episode with all the stuff that we have to do. I can't even think too far ahead because I'm so super focused on that.
Yeah, no, and I understand that. And I totally understand that. I just hope I could maybe get you to drop something just a little, just a time, catch you slipping a little bit. You know what I mean?
Well, it's going to be more of a fight. Season 3, last season she's really, kicking some ass, June. So there's going to be, I'm sure, more of that. There's going to be a lot more of that.
That's what's up.
See how it goes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what she starts doing here soon. But of course, you just said a little bit ago, it's all about how you're able to proceed to bigger jobs and more jobs is how you get along with other actors and how you get along on set with people and all that. Not only just your work, not only just your stellar work, but also being able to be someone who is able to get along and roll with the punches. So I got to ask you, of course, this other question. When it comes to the actors on set, have you had any personalities that you had to deal with? Did you have any diva moments, or did you have any weird requests on set that you had to like abide by?
On any kind of show, like any
on any show, on any show.
You want the name of the show, or you just want the example?
Oh, I mean, spill the tea. Come on with it.
So, I mean, I did a show a few years back, Lars and the Real Girl, with Ryan Gosling, which was a great show. I think at the time, not many people saw it, but that was kind of like just the beginning of where he kind of
took off.
I think that's really good for him.
Yeah.
But there was somebody on that show that I was doing makeup on, and she really didn't want a lot of wear and tear on her face. She was a little bit older, female, and she didn't want a lot of. I could only do makeup on one side of her face that wasn't on camera. She just felt like it was going to be too much. Maybe wear that side down, or. So I really had to be on it. She wanted to know where the lights were, what the camera angles were. Like you had to really be on that and that was the first time that's happened to me. That's not really a thing that happens a lot, but that was just something that kind of stood out. It's like, okay, and you just do it, right? Just make the best of it and get around it. But there's a lot of stuff like that. There's a lot of requests. For the most part, everybody's great. We're all professionals. We're all good. But that was just kind of a little bit weird, a little bit off, I thought.
Yeah, that's very specific, and I can only imagine how hard that would be if you got this particular angle and then the camera flips, and they got the other side. Like, why not just do the whole face?
And they could change the angle, like right there on the spot.
Exactly.
And you've got to get in there, like you really got to be on it. It's one of those things in the film that you've got to be on it, like you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They could change the light. Somebody doesn't like the light or the way that it's going, and things get changed.
Yeah.
So that's why it's kind of a weird thing. Like, it's very rare that would happen.
That is very wild, for sure. And that's a very wild request. I've never heard anything like that before. I've heard people having to act to a wall because another person has to leave town. Like, they have a plane to catch, and so you have to act to like a tennis ball or something like that as for your scene partner or something like that. But I've never seen or I've never heard anything like that. But that's that's very particular, for sure. So what is the longest you've ever had to spend on a person? Applying makeup, what's the longest time it's taken you to apply makeup on a particular actor?
Well, it does vary a lot. The typical amount of time would be anywhere from a half an hour to an hour, 45 minutes.
Wow.
But it could be a 2-hour makeup, could be a 3-hour makeup. And even sometimes if we do the makeup and then there's still lighting on set or getting things ready on set and they're not quite ready, it's usually pretty timed out pretty good. We're kind of like we're kept aware of those times. But sometimes things happen. So we kind of maybe do things last minute on set if we can, just to make it more believable and more fresh. Right. And then keeping that makeup for the whole day, like 15, 20-hour day, or sometimes more. Yeah. To keeping it on it. So you've got to really be on it. If it's a great makeup, a big makeup, you've got to really stick with that person. Yeah. Which is tough too, because it's not just about that one person. But yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. It just depends. It could be. Yeah.
Depends on the scene. Depends on the actor.
Depends on the scene. Depends. Yeah. And there's a lot of elements. Sometimes people they're in water, they're in the shower, they're just waking up. You name it. It could be anything.
Yeah. Or they could just be.
So it's got to hold up in all those elements. And after a long day under,
Right. Or they could be excessively hairy. That could be it too. Excessively hairy. That could be it too.
Hairy. We've got to do a lot of shaving. That comes up a lot.
Yeah.
Even if people maybe are been out the night before having a few drinks, the alcohol can pull off things, come through the skin.
Oh, wow.
And pull makeups off.
Oh,
so you just don't know. Like, you got to really be. Yeah, you just don't know. You gotta just be really on it. Visually, you're just watching everything like throughout the entire day.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's not for everybody. I mean, it's a tough day, but
yeah,
you know, it's great. It's rewarding. It's rewarding.
I'm also seeing some people showing some love. Yeah. You know, Bernice.
Getting back to Lars and the Real Girl.
Say that again.
Yeah.
Say that again.
No, just getting back to Lars and the Real Girl. I was talking about Lars and the Real Girl, the blow-up doll. I don't know if you saw
Oh yeah, I've seen the movie.
Show. We had to treat that blow-up doll like a real person, just because it was helpful for the show, and
really,
you know, we had to be respectful.
Wow.
So yeah, her name was Bianca, and we really had to like treat her like a talent. She was the part of the show.
Wow.
So anyway, just a little tidbit there.
That's weird. That's definitely weird. That's definitely weird. But I do have some people showing some love on YouTube. On YouTube. So Bernice said gave you a little heart emoji. So she's
nice.
Bernice says hello.
Hey Bernice, how's it going? Good to see ya.
Cherry Snow says Burton. And
Sherry, I work with. She was on my team on a show I did this past summer. Another show. She's a great hard worker.
That's
really good, Sherry.
That's lovely. And Bernice says, "Love this interview." And Bernice, we love you too. I don't know who you are, but we love you too.
She might be calling. She might be from. Does it say where they're messaging from, or you don't know that?
It's right? Well, I have Bernice LeBlanc, so I'm assuming related.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She's in the family. She's my sister.
Oh, well, there you go.
She's my
lovely sister. Yeah. Hello, sis.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Pascal Show. Well, first off, I wanted to say a big thank you to you for being on the show. And of course, somebody just commented, hey, from Ariel and the fam.
Oh, nice.
Or Ariel. Ariel?
Yeah, Ariel. Good to see ya.
Yeah, Ariel and the fam. She says hello. They say hello. The Ariel and the fam say hello. So they're showing love as well. We're making a lot of people very, very happy. And so, of course, you know, before we take off, I do want to ask you this, because there's so many people out here that would love to be in your shoes with the accolades, the nominations, the resume that you have, the faces and the people that you have worked with and worked on, right? So I got to ask you, for all those makeup artists that are in the game or aspiring to be where you are, obviously they can't take your spot. There's no one can take Burton Leblanc's spot, not never. But for those people that are interested in wanting to pursue their dream into makeup, what would you say to them? What's a piece of advice that you would give them?
Well, first of all, know what you want, know where you want to go. Whatever you do, if you're doing makeup, that could take you at so many different, levels. You want to be in the film industry, but I mean, whatever you want to do, you have to know exactly what you want. Lay it all out, have some kind of plan, and set yourself some goals, and stick with it. Like, work your butt off. If that's what you want, like, first of all, know what you want, but keep working towards that goal, because it's not going to happen right away. Yeah. Just don't get discouraged, and keep plugging away.
That's awesome.
And play all your cards right. Don't piss anybody off. Like in life, but just keep at it. Keep at it. Just don't give up, and don't because you're going to get a lot of negativity coming at you, which I've had in the past, like anything. But you know what? You listen. You get your good head up. Get everything good up here, and stick with it, and then the plan works out.
That's awesome. One more question. Did you ever have a moment where you had to take a leap of faith?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Even the beginning of Handmaids, when they sent me the script to read, I was like, blown away, really blown away. And I was on another show, American Gothic, before that. When they sent it to me, I was like, man, I gotta have this. This is one thing I need to go for this. And obviously, I was driven to get it, and maybe I hope to think that maybe I had something to do with it, my drive to get the show, on top of the resume. But the goal to get it, what was the wording again? How did you say it?
A leap of faith.
In the beginning, you have your vision of the show, and it's aired on on TV for the public, you don't know. You don't know if they're going to like it. You don't know if it's going to be received.
Yeah.
So it's sticking to your guns and even whatever you have. Like for me, I was like, and there was still like some producers, some higher ups that were like, and some females that maybe didn't want to look quite so rough and bad, which they needed to for the show, and it all worked out and it all looks great. But sticking to your plan and knowing that it's going to work. But you just don't know. Once they edit it together, I had the showrunner Bruce Miller come up to me and they let you know, and it doesn't always happen that way.
Yeah.
That you know what, things are looking really good. I'm so glad you stuck to that, because there's some that maybe are questioning it. So, but you stick to the plan and stick to what you feel and stick to the vision, and it paid off.
That's what's
you
up.
You do have that happening, yeah.
Yeah, because I know that there's some people that have those leap of faiths, like, okay, I'm traveling out to LA to pursue my career in music, or I'm going to quit my job and go after being an entrepreneur on whatever it is that I'm passionate about. I know that a lot of people have had to make the sacrifice or take that leap towards something only to find themselves soaring or find themselves very successful. But there's always something that you have to kind of leave behind so that you can find that full potential to your success, So it's really great to hear your side, because everyone has to take that leap,
And it's not always, hopefully you keep going up and up, but you've got the hills and the valleys, right?
Of course.
So you've got to get through that to get to the good.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And stick with it. Stick with the plan.
Stick with the plan. I love that.
Stick with the plan.
Absolutely.
And know what you want. And you got to know what you want. But
yeah. Yeah, that's that. No, and you're very, very right. Know what you want and stick to the plan. If you got to make a vision board, make it.
That's right.
Why not? And you'd be surprised what you accomplish. So, Burton, thank you so much for coming onto the show. You have no idea how much this means to me and to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, anytime. And by the way, I love the T-shirt. I just want to point that out. The T-shirt's amazing.
Somebody had these, at the end of the show, we kind of do some fun stuff. We get, gifts. Somebody in the department, Zane, had these made for some of his guys. And it's like, yeah, give me one of those.
Yeah.
So it's like I needed one.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. I need to go and order some myself. But anyway, Burton, can you tell everybody where they can find you if they have any questions to ask you, that kind of thing? What's your social medias and all that, and how they can get in contact?
Check me out on Instagram, Burton Leblanc. Instagram.
Okay.
I'm there. Check me out.
Awesome. Well, Burton, thank you again for being on the show. Hey, guys, please go check him out on Instagram. Very, very wonderful and very talented individual, as you already know. You're seeing him right here, right now, as we speak. An amazing dude. So definitely go check him out. We're going to go into a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. For more information, call us now.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Sex, money, power, respect. All of us have in this community. All the good people different to me. Defensive is crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers and leaks. Entertainers and trucking for tweakers and losing their suckers and loves are unique. All of us under surveillance. We wasn't feeling they made it. Half of them stumbling around and they faded. They live in the world that's degraded for people that's constantly hated.
Imagination. Image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugar Fire. Still open all of our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range too. So if you get hungry, come on by.
Center of the entertainment universe. There's a lot of famous people you can meet in this town. I got to meet Joyce Hawkins. Joyce Hawkins is the mother of Chris Brown, one of the biggest artists of our time. But don't get it twisted. There's a lot more to this incredible woman than just being a mom. Joyce was gracious enough to welcome me into her home, and we sat down and talked about everything from what it's like to raising such a remarkable artist to what her plans are as she sets out to embark on a new endeavor with her fashion line, Rose Marone. Tune in this Thursday during The Pascal Show at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, streaming exclusively on YouTube.
I'm sorry, I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man.
All right, y'all. Welcome back, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Just trying to get in contact with my brothers here. Hopefully they'll be on here very, very shortly. But, man, I hope you guys really enjoyed that interview. That guy is an amazing person. Obviously, he's extremely talented. And the fact that he can do what he does is so huge. I mean, there's not a lot of people that can actually do what he does. You know, there's a very small group out there that are so intricate and so important to making the films look the way they do. You know, and sometimes they don't get the spotlight, or sometimes they don't get the love and respect that I feel like they rightfully deserve on some real stuff, you know? And so huge shout out to Burton Leblanc for being on. That meant so much. He has a huge task on his hands, which is continuing to make that amazing show, The Handmaid's Tale, as dope as it is, and continuing to keep it as dope as it is. So huge shout out to him. And of course, anybody who's watching right now that came in for that, thank you so much for tuning in. Hit that like button on the feed down below and hit our subscribe button. That would really, really mean a lot. You know, one thing I do want to point out, because I do have something very awesome that's going to be happening this Thursday. So I'm very excited about it. It's already been running during our commercial breaks, but I'm going to throw this out right now so that you guys can watch it with your own two peepers. I had an exclusive interview with Chris Brown's mother, Joyce Hawkins. We are finally putting that interview out this Thursday. And here is the trailer. Enjoy. Center of the entertainment universe. There's a lot of famous people you can meet in this town. I got to meet Joyce Hawkins. Joyce Hawkins is the mother of Chris Brown, one of the biggest artists of our time. But don't get it twisted. There's a lot more to this incredible woman than just being a mom. Joyce was gracious enough to welcome me into her home, and we sat down and talked about everything from what it's like to raising such a remarkable artist to what her plans are as she sets out to embark on a new endeavor with her fashion line, Rose Marone. Tune in this Thursday during The Pascal Show at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, streaming exclusively on YouTube. Yes! And I'm so excited about this particular interview because, like it shows in the video, in the trailer, I was invited in her home. We got to hang out. She got to give me a tour of her place, check out some of her fashion She has this new fashion line called Rose Marone. Really, really great stuff. Ladies out there, definitely got to go check out Rose Marone. It's very nice stuff. So got to chat with her about all that, talk about her raising her son, Chris Brown, to being a grandmother, to all types of stuff. I'm telling you, it is an interview you do not want to miss. She does not do interviews very much. Let me tell you, she don't do interviews. So the fact that I got a chance to actually sit down and rap with her and pick her brain and talk about what it's like to just be a mom and to run this amazing fashion line was a huge opportunity. And you guys have got to go and check it out. You guys have got to tune in on Thursday because that's going to be really, really dope. It's going to be going on during our live show. So at 10 a.m., my interview with Joyce Hawkins will be up live. Anyway, we got my brother Tom in the house. What's up, my brother? You know, we got some news that we got to get into. Some more news, you know. So why don't we cover some of that stuff? Because we got some things going on before we have Nihiloceros on the show, which I'm very excited about. And I'm excited that I'm pronouncing that name right. Nihiloceros will be performing live at 11. Yes, 11 a.m. They'll be performing live here in just about 19 minutes or so from now, which I'm very excited about. But anyway, let's jump into some news, shall we? What's a guan? Speak on it.
All right. We were talking about car theft before the break.
Yes.
Or before the interview and before the break. Well, you want to hear some more car theft news?
Of course. Why not?
All right.
Some Grand Theft Auto. Why not?
Yeah. All right. So in California, they've been having trouble with prison populations. With the coronavirus, they want to keep the prison population down.
Right.
So they've have a zero bail policy. So anyone arrested for minor crimes, misdemeanors, that sort of thing, gets released with zero bail.
Oh.
So they're keeping the prison population down that way.
Wow.
So you don't have to post bail. You just get out of jail free, basically, until your court date, and then you.
That's huge.
Yeah. Well, that's huge. That's the basis of the story. But what's more interesting is because of this policy, Glendora police, Glendora, California, arrested the same man 3 times in one day.
Wait. How is that even possible? How is that even possible? What the hell did this dude do?
So in early April, this man, Dijon Landrum, 24, police responded to reports of a man trying to break into automobiles on the street. So police brought him in. They arrested him. He posted his $0 bail, got out, and they came after him again. Apparently, he was stealing stuff off people's front lawns this time. So he's out there just collecting people's stuff that's out on their lawn, and not cars, but I guess just valuables that would be on people's lawn.
Yeah.
So they respond, they arrest him, they bring him in. He posts his $0 bail, gets out again. They come back to get him again after reports of a stolen car, and they get in a high-speed chase with this guy chasing him.
Wow.
And pulled him over. He had drugs in the car, I guess. And so yeah.
Wow. He was really he was on a rampage that day. Literally.
Yeah.
Like he really wanted to get arrested. Or he was just kind of like, let me exercise this and see how many times I can get arrested today. Let me see if I can actually break the Guinness Book of World Record on how many times I can get arrested in one day. That's crazy. So 3 times he got arrested. So wouldn't they just go, you know what? Stay in. Just stay in.
Well, I was kind of thinking about this. I know they kind of did away with that 3 strikes you're out rule.
Yeah.
But I mean, if that were still around, this guy would have hit all 3 in one day.
No kidding.
But if I'm reading this article right, and I hope that I am, it appears that they released him even after the 3rd time. So it's not like they got him in 3 times. Like, okay, we learned our lesson, first time,
You think
as I understand it, he's still out.
You think a person would learn something? You know what I'm saying? You'd think a brother would learn something, but apparently he don't want to learn a damn thing.
No.
That's crazy.
I just thought that was hilarious.
No, that's hilarious. Literally, that's the natural born dumbass of the day, for real.
Yep.
That's the natural born dumbass of the day. That is some serious. That's stupid. Yep. That's just stupid. Anyway, that's interesting. What else is new?
All right. Well, you know the game Animal Crossing that everybody's talking about these days, you know, for the Switch? I'm sure if you have nieces or nephews or something like that, they're probably playing this game. It's a kind of virtual sim kind of game.
Oh, okay.
That kind of happens in real time. So as I understand it, I'm going to get into it this week. I've been putting it off because I've been trying to get stuff done. But
I've never heard of it.
Animal Crossing.
I've
It's
never
like
heard of
the
it.
game right now.
Animal Crossing. Okay.
Yes.
Well, hold up. Before you jump all the way into it, do you mind giving, because I'm sure there's a lot of other people that don't know what the hell Animal Crossing is. So can you please break it down? Because I really don't know what Animal Crossing is. So can you break it down for me?
Yeah, absolutely. Animal Crossing is a game for the Nintendo Switch. It's a sequel. It's, you know, there have been other games before. It's hugely popular. It just came out I think April 14th. But it's a sim game. You kind of go around and you create a little village, as I understand it. And it all happens in real time. So in the morning, like if you're playing at 9 in the morning, it's 9 in the morning in the game, as I understand it. So you can do different stuff at different times of day. It's you know, it's not like a run and gun shooter type of game. It's a laid back kind of relaxing game.
Word.
And
interesting.
So yeah. So because of that, two of the players that have been into this game, obviously, their wedding had to be canceled because of the coronavirus. So they staged a Animal Crossing wedding in the Animal Crossing game, so that their friends could tune in through the Switch and watch their virtual wedding in Animal Crossing. So I don't know if that's ever been done before. If people, I don't know if in World of Warcraft, if people ever got for real life married in a video game.
Yeah.
But yeah, these two people, Jana and Stefan from Maryland.
That's insane. To think, like, what would make you go, I really want to get married so bad that I'm going to do this on a video game. That's weird.
Right.
That's really weird. Wait. Is that legally binding? Is that legally binding? I can't even talk.
I'm not sure. It's a little blurb here in BBC's thing, and they said that the couple's wedding was canceled because of coronavirus, so they invited their friends and family to watch them tie the knot inside this game. You know, I don't know if they got a marriage license beforehand,
right?
But yeah.
But now this makes me want to actually look up the game and see, because I mean, how real it looks or how they did it.
They look like, you remember on the Wii when you play like Wii tennis, they had little Mii characters.
Yeah.
They're very, they kind of look Lego-ish like that. Kind of the Mii animations,
like big bobblehead type things. Very spherical.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Exactly right.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean,
That's ridiculous.
It's not like it's like virtual reality. It's very cartoonish.
Bruh. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I just thought that was an interesting kind of watermark as far as where we're at right now with the coronavirus.
Right.
Everybody's staying at home, getting way into video games.
And getting married on a video game. That's the other thing. Getting married on a video game is one thing. Playing a video game is one thing. Getting married on a video game is another thing. That is a really cheap ass way of tying the knot, if you really think about it. Hey, everybody, get onto this video game and then watch us get married as avatars. Now, I wonder where the priest or whoever was running the ceremony, where the pastor, preach, reverend, whoever, how they were doing this. You know what I'm saying? Can you capture sound Is it kind of like when you're live streaming on a video game, you can talk trash to the other gamer, that kind of thing? I mean, is everyone Skyping, or like not Skyping, but is everyone like patched in at least audibly so that you can actually hear this? Or are they just reading a whole bunch of like cartoon comic book bubbles on top of people's heads? You see what I'm saying? Like, now I want to, inquiring minds would like to know how intricate is this thing that you can get married on a damn Switch video game. Anybody know? Because that's some interesting stuff. You know?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's interesting. Yeah.
Anyway,
but it's just
Tom doesn't have anything.
We'll probably see more of that coming. You know,
sure.
I would imagine there'll be. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure. I mean, there's plenty of gamers out there that are crazy. There's plenty of gamers that are falling in love via games. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure somebody's crazy. Shoot, if there's a show out here called 90 Day Fiancé, and there are people who are falling in love with each other online just by sending each other emails and sending out photos every once in a while type of thing, I mean, I guarantee you that there can be love. Love can be found on video games. Sure. Why not? Weirder things have happened, right? Like getting married on a video game. Or Alex Jones saying he'll eat your ass. Totally normal.
Oh,
totally normal. Anyway, what else is new?
All right. Well, speaking of love, I don't know if you remember back around 2000, one of the first really big internet viruses went viral. It's called the I love you bug. Do you remember that? You'd open up your email, and in it you'd have an email with the subject line, I love you. You'd open it up. It would forward itself to all of your contacts and infect their computer and move on and on and on and on. It caused billions of dollars of damage back in 2000. I mean, this was a damaging virus.
Wow, I don't even remember
And people
this.
have always kind of wondered who it was that did it. There have been suspicions, but no one's ever really like talked to the guy that did it. But they kind of known it's probably this guy. This guy, you know, you would think this guy would be like some sort of James Bond mastermind, you know, something out of a movie.
Yeah.
No, this guy was he was at the time a Filipino student learning computer programming.
Oh my God.
And the reason why he created the virus was to steal passwords so that he could get on the internet for free. Because as a student, he didn't have the money to pay for his internet. He was literally just trying to get on the internet for free.
That's hilarious.
And created like one of the most damaging viruses of all time. So they tracked this guy down.
Oh my Lord.
His name is Onel de Guzman. He's 44 now. They tracked him down working at a cell phone repair booth in a mall in Manila.
Wow.
Yeah. And this is the guy that caused billions of dollars of damage.
Whoa.
Back in like 2000, like just exploited the hell out of like Windows 95 and Outlook. And like, you just would think this guy would be like, I forget, Alan Cumming or something like that from the James Bond movie. You'd think he'd be like, yeah, I'm invincible guy. But no, he's just this guy works at a cell phone repair booth in a mall in the Philippines.
He's like, hey, you need your iPhone fixed? I fix it. Come here, I can fix it. And let him know he's the one who was destroying people's internet, people's computers and stuff. Wow, that's hilarious. It all
just so
started.
he could get online. Just so he could get online. He was just trying, because you remember it used to be dial-up, so you needed a username and password every time you got on.
Right.
That's the whole reason he created it, was just to get, he wasn't any grander scheme than that.
Wow.
Just simply wanted to get on the internet.
Wow. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. And that's wild. That's absolutely wild to me, because you'd think it would be just some crazy mastermind, and it's just some regular guy, just a guy talking to a girl.
Just a guy that had just enough knowledge to put that thing out there.
Yeah.
And just cripple computers across the world.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yep.
It's just a guy asking a girl to love him, you know? It's just as simple as that. And he's the one who destroyed the internet for a good long while. That is some wild stuff. Anyway, we got to go into a quick commercial break. But when we come back, we are getting the musical stylings of Nihiloceros. Live from New York City, y'all. Nihiloceros will be performing live at 11 a.m. just after this commercial break. We'll be right back. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. For more information, call us now.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Sex, money, power, respect. All of us living in scrutiny. All the good people different to me.
Take up your glass.
The festival is crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers and leaks. Entertainers and trucking for tweakers and losing their self because their loves are unique. All of us under surveillance. There was a feeling they made it. Half of them stumbling around and they faded. They live in the world that's degraded for people that's constantly hated.
Imagination. Image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugar Fire. Still open all our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range too. So if you get hungry, come on by.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center, a professional nuisance wildlife management company specializing in providing animal removal for residential, industrial, and commercial clients. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. Exactly which animal are we dealing with? How is the animal getting inside the home? What kind of damage is the animal doing to the structure? Once we get the answers to all of these questions, we develop and write up an action plan to resolve the animal issue completely and provide a quote to implement that action plan. We perform a very in-depth 70-point wildlife inspection. From visually inspecting the highest point, the chimney, to physically crawling inside the attic space and looking for animals, chewed wires, fecal matter, chewed structural wood. We inspect everything. Our inspection process covers all of the following 70 points: animal-proof chimney cap, roof ridge vents, roof to soffit junctions, dormer fascia, attic gable vents, gutter lines, fascia trim, garage door, utility penetrations, water, gas, electric, and cable, bathroom vents, attic roof ridge vents, attic electrical, wiring, junctions, boxes, and lighting, concrete decks, additions, wooden crawl spaces, basement plumbing, penetrations, ceiling, floor, and wall. Wildlife Command Center's mission is to deliver the finest quality wildlife removal and pest control service that is safe for the environment. For more information, call us now.
Hey, welcome back, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Of course, if this is your first time checking out this show, please go hit that like button on our Facebook page, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Twitch and all that. Now, what I love about this show is that we have all types of people coming onto the show. Everything from makeup artists to R&B artists to even rock, punk, the whole nine. We get all types of genres of things and people on this show. So please welcome my brother Michael to the show. He's the lead singer of, He is the lead singer of Nihiloceros, the punk band Nihiloceros, located in New York City. So we have him live from Queens right now. So what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
How's it going, Pascal? Thanks for having me.
Anytime, my dude. Anytime, man. So tell me, what's been going on? Like, how are you guys doing with...
Can you hear?
Oh, I can hear you. Oh, I could definitely hear you. So tell us a little bit about Nihiloceros.
Nihiloceros, we're a three-piece rock punk band, New York City. Kind of came out of the Midwest and moved over here a handful of years ago and evolved into a project that sort of turned into what we're doing out here today.
Very nice. Very nice. So you guys have been together for how long now?
Well, Tom was talking earlier today when you guys were chatting this morning. He knows me because I'm from Chicago, but I went to school in St. Louis for a bit. So he actually saw us when we used to tour in... We came through St. Louis a handful of years ago under a different name. So that project was called Samantha. And that was a different drummer and a different bass player from a project that grew out of Chicago and then moved to New York. And that project is probably, like a decade old. And in the last 4 years or so, that between member changes and sonic changes, we sort of turned Samantha into Nihiloceros. So Nihiloceros has been around since about 2017. So we're like in our third year, but it grew out of an older project that Tom is more familiar with.
That's what's up. So explain to me, why Nihiloceros?
Well, again, with the other, Tom was saying the other band was an easier band to pronounce. Samantha was the name of that project, and while that was much easier to pronounce as streaming and people buying fewer and fewer physical copies of records, where all your information used to be, you'd see a band, you'd buy their record, all their socials would be in there. So having a sort of a generic name, like someone's name, and not being able to find that on the internet was less of an issue. And as people are streaming more and buying less physical copies of anything, having something, we were sort of being buried. It's hard to find, if your name's not something that's unique and stands out, or hard to, get mixed up in something else, you don't really find it. So when we sort of changed the name, one of the components was we wanted to be the only that on the internet. So there's only one Nihiloceros.
Right.
And also the music was getting a little heavier, like sludgier. So we wanted something that was sort of had some sort of like creature heavy feel to it, but also kind of didn't really mean anything. So hence the nihil component of the rhinoceros and nihilism and, it being the only thing on the internet.
Yeah. No, that makes total sense, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. So you're going to perform for us, right?
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, without further ado, please enjoy the musical stylings of Nihiloceros.
Floated together, but drifted apart now. the silent night, queen of the dream ones, my pick of the poisons, now thickened and frozen, we're syrup and cyanide. Why do you think if we say just right to the bottom, we're dying. Pride of the fallen, pick me from the swollen, the nightmare is stolen. We swallow the pills just right, rise from the calling, can't hear through the stalling. We march to the slaughter, we're daughters of suicide. Why never right? We say just right to the bottom, we're dying. If we say just right to the bottom, we're dying.
Yes, man. Thank you, man. Mike, appreciate you being on, my brother. Let everybody know where they can find Nihiloceros, man.
Nihiloceros. It's the only Nihiloceros on the internet. So everything is at Nihiloceros or Nihiloceros, NIHILOCEROS. That would be Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.com, all that stuff.
Right on, man. Y'all got to go and check out Nihiloceros. It spells NIHILOCEROS. Nihiloceros. All right, guys? So go check him out. Very talented individual. Thank you so much. Very talented band. Go check him out. If you love that kind of music and you want to get your face melted off, check him out, Nihiloceros. Also, real quick, before we say goodbye to our brother, I do want to say this too, and a huge reminder to all you artists out there that are interested in getting some screen time, getting some time to be out there. Please, we are looking for all kinds of artists, all kinds of musicians to be on the show. Please contact us at info@thepascalshow.com if you're interested in performing live on the show. So, Mike, thank you so much for being on the show, man. It really, really means a lot, brother.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Oh, I would love to have you guys back on again.
Sure.
Full band, the whole nine. I would love to see you guys rocking out and having a good time, my brother. So thank you so much.
100%.
All right, brother. Anyway, we got to go into a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else so we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. For more information, call us now.
Live it up, live it up.
the Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Sex, money, power, respect. All of us have in this community. All the good people different to me.
Take up your glass.
The festival is crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers and leaks. Entertainers and trucking for tweakers and losing their self 'cause their loves are unique. All of us under surveillance. We wasn't feeling they made it. Half of them stumbling around and they faded. They live in the world that's degrading for people that's constantly hated.
Imagination. Image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugar Fire. Still open all of our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range too. So if you get hungry, come on by.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that musical break. A little performance by nihiloceros, or at least
it was awesome.
I'm glad
they were so good.
I'm glad you enjoyed that, Tom. Seriously,
I love Mike.
That's dope.
So great to see that. Yeah,
that's dope, man. You know, it is a type of music I don't listen to very often. I'm gonna be real. So you know, but I do enjoy all types of music. But like I said, there's just certain music that I forget about. You know what I'm saying? Like I forget that there's punk rock out there. I forget about those things. So it was really cool to have him on and him doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Mike, shout out to Mike, you know what I mean? Borchard. Borchard, right? Borchard. Shout out to Mike Borchard for being on the show. He says right now on Facebook, he's saying, hey, thanks, Tom. Thanks, Pascal.
He's the nicest guy on earth.
Yeah, he's hella cool, man.
Oh, he's the nicest guy. He's such a sweetheart. I hope he doesn't mind me saying so.
Hey, no. It's okay, man. I think it's okay to say that somebody's a good human being. You know what I'm saying? That I don't think that makes anybody look soft. You feel me? You could still be a nice dude and be a hard ass at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
On some real stuff, you know. So shout out to nihiloceros. Shout out to Mike Borchard for being on the show and performing acoustically live and all that. And I would love to see that band perform like a full piece together. That would be really, really cool. But anyway,
there's something else. I still have my album from when I saw him a few years back, but
that's what's
I'm going to make a day of it today. I think I'm going to sit down and listen to the discography today.
Hell yeah, that's a good thing, man. Why not? Why the hell not? But anyway, it's time for, I mean, I don't know where Jack went, but hopefully he's okay. But we're going to go into it. Might as well. So it's time for Let's Talk.
Now you've got to be kidding me.
He needs some milk.
And in today's Let's Talk, the question of the day is, we'll have a quick discussion. Why not?
All right.
Why not? So the question of the day is, when was the last time you took a leap of faith? And you can, of course, give us a call live at 314-766-4581. So when was the last time you took a leap of faith? Yes, that's a very good question, actually. You know, so of course, this goes out to everybody. Please definitely comment down below. When was the last time you took a leap of faith? You know, comment down below and let us know what you think on that for sure. You know, so Tom, I'm going to throw it to you. You know what I mean? When was the last time you took a leap of faith?
Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm taking one now in a way.
No,
but, you know, with the shutdown, I think everybody's trying to, you know, do something with their time.
Yeah.
And, you know, one of the things I've kind of been putting together on my own thing is just I'm going to do a very small podcast. I'm going to at least try it out.
Really? I had a feeling that was coming out soon. I had a feeling.
Yeah.
That's great.
So I'm kind of working on that. It's nothing big. It's just a little tiny thing. Yeah. And but I you know, I'm kind of putting something together with that. So I'm kind of in the process of making a leap of faith right now.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yes.
And you know, I'll say this: it's about freaking time, Tom. That's it. Yeah. No. Real talk. As you should be. You know, you should be doing that. And so I totally encourage that. And absolutely. If you mind me asking, what would your podcast be covering? What would it be about?
It's just going to be little tiny radio skit kind of comedy. It's going to be a comedy podcast. Just probably like a half hour a week, maybe. That would be the goal. That's a lot of work, but
so skits.
Yeah, kind of short little, just a comedy kind of, your standard comedy podcast. I have some ideas. I have kind of the first episode blocked out. I don't want to give too much away about it, but it's just a little thing I've been trying to, tinkering around with.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's kind of the leap of faith I'm on right now is that.
That's awesome, man. No, seriously, you do that ish, man. You do it. Seriously. I totally encourage you to do it so ridiculously hard. I'm so excited for you because I saw the blue mic, the Yeti mic show up, and I automatically was like, okay, if he's not using this, if he's not like doing something else, podcasting or something for his own self, then something's up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, and don't think I'm not going to keep doing this. I'm still, of course, going to be doing this. So.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. No, this is not an instead of thing. This is in addition to.
Absolutely. Real quick, before we go further, there's Jack just jumped on, and you got some crazy echo thing going on, Jack.
Okay.
So kill that. So real quick, Tom, as you were saying just a second ago, absolutely. Like, I've never thought that you would be like, I'm out. I'm doing my own thing. I'm going solo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've never thought that.
I don't want anybody to get it twisted. No, this is just a little side project.
Absolutely, man, and that's great. And I completely and 110% embrace that wholeheartedly. I think that's really, really great. Because that's what I think you need. Well, one, you've been needing to do this for the longest time. So I'm excited for you, man. Real talk. Long story short.
There'll be more to come on that. But yeah, that's the leap of faith I'm on right now.
That's awesome, man. Jack.
Yes.
When was the last time you took a leap of faith?
Oh, it's been a bit, man. It's been since like I was a kid. And see, it's. I mean, I'm picturing leap of faith being like something that you're not sure if you're gonna be able to do it. And I remember like jumping off some high cliffs other people were jumping off of, and it would be like, I'm gonna break my stuff, And they're like, no, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. And
so he's taking it literal.
So that's like a literal leap of faith.
Yeah, real talk. And, you're going literal like a mug. Yeah. But I get it. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's cool, man. That's cool. Do we have any comments on that particular post at all? Just out of curiosity, Jack?
Yeah, let me pull up the Reddit feed real quick here.
Yeah, and while we're at it, please give us a call and let us know when was the last time you took a leap of faith, and please let us know what it is. Give us a call at 314-766-4581 and let us know your story about taking a leap of faith. Mine, to be really honest, I do it every single day. Today, I mean, I'm doing it every single day. Right now, every single day, this show is a leap of faith. Every single day. When I first started this show, before it was on the radio, when it was just on TV, when it was the late night show type thing, I was definitely taking a huge leap of faith in regards to, I was so used to being behind the camera and shooting things for people that I was really, really concerned about. If people were going to like me, or how I was going to do in front of a camera, or any of that sort. Because I was so used to directing everybody. I was so used to shooting everybody else that's going, oh, look at me, I'm fabulous kind of thing, that I didn't think that I had what it took to be in front of a camera, let alone on a microphone. Then all of a sudden, I get offered a radio show after years of doing a late night talk show type thing. And it was kind of like wow, can I even be interesting enough to be on the radio for 3 hours? You know, and it was a cool challenge, but I took it as this leap of faith that I took years before is now giving me new challenges. And God put it in front of me, or fate, or whatever you want to call it, whatever things that the particles that are in the air that make matter, whatever you want to call it, put it in front of me like as a challenge. So I took it as a sign from God, like, all right, this is an opportunity for me to expand and try something else and try a different platform. And so the huge leap of faith was literally saying yes to the radio show. It was saying yes to this job and to this gig. And I'm still taking a leap of faith every day. I mean, shoot, whether or not the internet's going to work, that's a leap of faith. You know what I'm saying? Every day is something new. You know, it's like, oh man, I hope Nihiloceros is going to be able to perform without it, you know, shutting down on him. You know what I'm saying? Or I hope this interview with Burton Leblanc is going to go well without it shutting off. Or hopefully I don't say anything too stupid, kind of thing. So every day is a leap of faith. But every time I've noticed that, anytime that I've been challenged within the confines of what I do, I feel like that's a challenge. Like, for the better. That only makes me stronger. You know?
Right.
Even the ones that when you fail, you're still learning something from that. You know, the late night show was definitely a learning experience for me, but it didn't make me throw in the towel. I kept going. And now we're here, you know, and talking to wonderful people all over the world, you know? So yeah, you know, it's pretty crazy. So, comments?
Yes, we got a couple here. So, Dead Alive Click said, "Sip that drink, rock those Nikes." So, okay. Hypnotic Liar says, "Why did you buy a gun? I feel safe." So I don't know if buying a gun was their leap of faith.
Maybe.
Knee Gray Fagoot smoked salvia. So whoever they're hanging out with convinced them that was a good idea. But that's all we got that responded on Reddit there. I guess really anytime you say yes, you're kind of taking a small leap of faith, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think, judging from those comments, I think anytime you read Reddit, you might be taking a
yeah,
leap
that's very
of
true.
faith.
Yeah.
My goodness. Those are some responses.
Reddit.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So okay, so I got some news here real quick. Sorry for the left turn, guys, but breaking news always seems to come to me at the most random times. Anyway, AKA girlfriend busts into the room and says, "Here." So I'm going to do this before I forget, or, you know. So Italians visit relatives for the first time in 9 weeks. Let me repeat that again because I just stumbled all over that. Italians visit relatives for the first time in 9 weeks. That's some breaking news right now. And then the other one is that a new Twilight book is coming out.
Oh.
And this time it's from Edward's perspective, and it's called Midnight Sun. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. So left turn like a mug, left turn, but I had to throw those out real quick before we end our show. So those are some breaking news. But anyway, yes. Leap of faith, like going and buying that new Twilight book. It's probably a leap of faith. Would you want to read the same book again in a different perspective? Isn't it the same thing?
I have been waiting for Edward's perspective. I don't think he got a fair shake in the other book.
Here's my take, man. This is my take.
I want to get Edward's take. He seems to be the most grounded.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know, because obviously the werewolf guy definitely, you know, definitely was the wild card.
Today that legendary NFL coach Don Shula has passed away at the age of 90. I assume from the excitement of hearing that there's a new Twilight book on the horizon. So rest in peace, Don Shula. Obviously could not handle the excitement of a new Twilight book.
He was not cool with it. He's like, what? You know, it's just sad. So sad. So sad. But anyway.
He was well known in the Twilight community. He's a huge fan.
Yes. Cosplay and everything. I mean, he was hardcore in it. May he rest in heaven. So anyway, I know that's a little bit of a left turn, but yes, Italy has opened up their doors. The country has slowly gone back to regular city life because it's been maybe a week since they've had the numbers have dropped in the past week. So they've been opening up their doors. The cities and, you know, Italy itself is starting to finally get back up and running now, which is good news. It's good news. Even Missouri is doing the same thing. You know, Missouri is actually doing the same in regards to opening up their doors, going back to regular life as far as everything. Everything is basically opening up. Even live concerts are starting to open up now. Or they're going to start allowing live concerts, live venues, the whole nine. Like basically, it's almost like they just turned it off. They turned the off switch back on, in a way. I mean, they're going to do things within the confines of certain, like, they're going to still do social distancing, but in a live concert venue, it's going to be weird. You know, so like the Hollywood Amphitheater. Just talking about locally, they're going to start. Apparently, there's a lot of concerts that are going to be coming in June. Wow. So I think they're going to actually keep things back up and running. And then, of course, you know, what's going to happen? What's to say what's going to happen in regards to like sporting events, the whole nine? I mean, I don't know about you, but I definitely would not want to be in a cold ice hockey arena that's basically a petri dish waiting of disease and viruses waiting to happen. In an enclosed place, there's hundreds of thousands of people all together, thousands of people all together. Yeah, you know, but I'm just saying, like, all those people all together, all at the same time, like, I ain't cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I am not down for that, for sure. You know?
I want to see the first socially distanced mosh pit. I want to see like somebody like air check someone, you know?
Don't they already do that kind of stuff? Like weird raver guys, like just expressively doing weird gothic jazz hands in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like they're doing all that weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like they're already doing weird stuff. You feel me? That stuff is already happening. That weird stuff is already happening, man. You know what I mean? But
here's what I want to know. What band is going to be the band that causes the largest outbreak of coronavirus at their concert? Who has the dirtiest fans that are just going to be coming in with all kinds of disease and just grossness and passing it around? What's going to be that dirty band?
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses. That's a very that's a good answer.
Or no. What's the one with Tommy Lee? Who's the Tommy Lee band?
Oh, Motley Crue.
Motley Crue. Bang.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's one that I can think of. I don't know any, you know, like recent bands that I can think of that would be like flooding with just dirty, nasty people. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe like, is Dead & Company going to be out this year with like John Mayer?
Who is Dead & Company?
Dead & Company. They're surviving members of Grateful Dead minus, I think, Phil Lesh plus John Mayer.
No, but see, here's the thing. If you have Grateful Dead heads, if you have deadheads all together, they're all in their 70s anyway, so they're all going to be sick and die. And you don't want to be about that life. They need to just Skype or like live broadcast their shows in an empty amphitheater just for the sake of keeping those 70-plus-year-old fans in safe distance and out of harm's way.
I don't think deadheads have earned a reputation for cleanliness either. So, you know.
Or
probably
fish.
Not a lot of hand washing or washing of any sort going on there.
Right. What about fish? You know what I'm saying?
Fish?
Nasty, grungy. You know what I'm saying? Granola, rope sandal wearing, patchouli smelling. You know what I'm saying? Earth people. You know, Peace
A lot
and
of
love.
crossover there between fan bases. Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, there you go. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? That would be some weird. That'd be some weird stuff. You know what I mean? But I don't know what happened to Jack. He disappeared on us. But we're gonna wrap it up today. You know, it is time to wrap it up. We'll do a double-sized happy celebrity birthdays tomorrow for sure. I don't know what happened to Jack. He was here, then he gone. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, of course, Tom, thank you so much for being on today. Really means a lot. Of course, Jack, thank you to Jack for being on today. And of course, huge shout out to Burton Leblanc for being on the show today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Be sure, if you haven't done it yet, y'all need to go and check out The Handmaid's Tale. I'm telling you, if you got Hulu, it is worth every single penny of that subscription. Definitely go check it out. It is an amazing show. He does an amazing, he and his team do an amazing amount of work on that show. And of course, Elizabeth Moss is a beast on that show. So definitely check out The Handmaid's Tale. And of course, huge shout out to Nihiloceros for being on the show. Really, really means a lot. Looking forward to having them back on again at a later time with the full band and everything. And I hope they stay safe and healthy out in New York City, because it is tough out here. And New York itself has not and will not be opening up their doors anytime soon. So huge shout out to them. I hope you guys stay healthy and good over there. Anyway, it's time to get going. I will be on a little bit later on tonight, so be sure to tune in. Most likely I'll be on around the 5 p.m. time. Might be a little bit later tonight, just depending. So be on the lookout for that. Anyway, much love to you guys. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys a little bit later on tonight. Much love to you guys. Bye.
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring, because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. For more information, call us now.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Sex, money, power, respect. All of us have in this scrutiny. All the good people different to me.
Take up in glass.
The festival is crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers, and leaks. Entertainers and trucking for tweakers and losing their suckers and nothing unique. All of us under surveillance. We wasn't feeling they made it. Half of them stumbling around and they faded. They live in the world that's degraded for people that's constantly hated.
Imagination. Image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugar Fire. Still open all of our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range, too. So if you get hungry, come on by.